We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in INCH as they could. INCH, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any word in the Oxford English Dictionary online edition that ends INCH. As always, no hyphenated words or proper nouns, places or people's names. We won't accept the word inch itself, I'm afraid. And in case of doubt, occasionally we might ask you to spell the answer that you've given. Very, very best of luck.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Right, Kat and Gemma, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Remember, we are looking for words ending in INCH.
I'm going to have to try and go with something that I know is safe and hope that Kat's got a bit of time to think about it and think of an absolute belter, basically. So I'm going to go with cinch.
That's so weird. It's exactly what I was thinking of. Cinch. Let's see, you're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if cinch is a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people said cinch. It's right. 34. Not bad. 34 for cinch. Richard?
Yeah, well played, Gemma. If something's a cinch, it's simple, easy. It's a cinch.
Very good. Tim?
I'll say bullfinch.
Like the way you're thinking there, Tim. Bullfinch. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said bullfinch. 4. Very well done, Tim. That's a great answer. 4 for bullfinch. Richard?
Yeah, terrific answer, Tim. Very well done. Great start. Bullfinch. It's a bullfinch. No one knows why they're called bullfinches. They've got quite a thick neck, but apart from that, nobody knows.
Martin?
I'm going to stay in a similar area and go with chaffinch.
I see quite a lot of birds coming up, Richard. Chaffinch, says Martin. Let's see if that's right. You hope to score as few points as possible. How many people said chaffinch? He's right. 20. 20 for chaffinch.
Yeah, pretty good answer, Martin. Chaffinch, obviously another very popular British bird. That gets its name for eating chaff, because you often find them in barns, chaffinches.
Alison?
I think I'm going to stick with the bird theme, and I'll go with hawfinch.
Hawfinch?
Hawfinch.
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 Right, OK, well, let's see. You're hoping to score as few points as possible, Alison. This could be a spectacular answer. You're saying hawfinch. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said hawfinch. Very well done, it's right. And it's pointless. That's an excellent answer. Very well done, Alison. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £10,500, and it scores you nothing. That's a great answer, Alison. Very well done. Richard?
Yeah, brilliant answer, Alison. Very well played. If you ask a Cockney what a hawfinch is, he'll say it's about that.
Now then, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Alison and Min, you are on nothing. Fantastic score. Tim, who introduced us to this bird line, well done, thank you. You scored 4 for that, a great score. Then we go up to 20, where we find Martin and Marco. Then up to 34, where we find Gemma and Kat. So, Kat, we need an absolutely genius answer from you on the next pass. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so remember, we are looking for words ending in INCH. Min, the high scorers are Kat and Gemma on 34. If you can score 33 or less, you are through to the next round.
Well, given that Alison was so brilliant, I think I've got the leeway to play it quite safe. So I'm going to say winch.
There is a red line. Below that red line, through to the next round. Let's see if winch is right and how many people said it. It's right. 44. 44 for winch, Min. That takes your total up to 44.
Yeah, not a bad tactic, Min, but probably a few more points than you would have liked. Winch, any sort of pulley that hoists things up. A winch.
A winch. Marco, we come to you. The high scorers are now Min and Alison on 44. You're on 20. If you can score 23 or less, You are through to the next round.
I'm going to stay on the bird theme, and I'm going to go with goldfinch.
Goldfinch, says Marco. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said goldfinch. That's right. Very well done indeed. 3. That scores you. Very well said, Marco. Takes your total up to 23. You are through to the next round.
Yeah, well played, Marco. Absolutely, everyone's going for very similar answers, but they all seem to be working. It's a James Bond film where one of the villains looks after goldfinches. He's a goldfincher. It's not easy, you know, this.
No, it's not, it's not. Now then, Anna, you're on 4. The high scorers are Min and Alison on 44. If you can score 39 or less, you are through to the next round.
Okay. Pretty much all of the answers I've thought of have already come up. I don't know that many birds, though, so how many people have said birds I've never even heard of is fantastic. Pretty much the only word I can think of now is clinch, as in clinching a deal.
There's your red line. Now then, Anna, if your clinch can get you below that red line, you are through to the next round. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said clinch. It's right. And you've done it. Very well done. 20 for clinch. 20 for clinch takes your total up to 24. You are through to the next round. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Anna. Clinch. It's an English word that ends I-N-C-H.
Clinch. Cat. You're on 34. The high scorers on 44 are Min and Alison. Listen, if you can score 9 or less, you are through to the next round. 9 or less.
Well, my bird knowledge is pretty non-existent, so I'm going to have to just cut that option off. And clinch was one of my options. So the only other word that I can think of was actually a film, The Grinch, with Jim Carrey. So I'm assuming Grinch is a word. If it's not, then I can't think of anything else. So I'm just going to have to go with Grinch and hope that nobody else thought of it.
There's your red line. If you get below that red line with Grinch, you are through to the next round. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Grinch. Very best of luck. Oh, it's right.
Go.
19. That was a great answer. Grinch scored you 19, takes your total up to 53, Richard.
Yeah, a valiant effort. It's a spoil sport or a killjoy, really, and famous in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It's a very good answer, but sadly not quite low enough. There are a few more birds out there. This finch itself, obviously, would have been a big scorer. Green finch, you could have said, that would have scored 3 points. There's another couple of finches on this pointless answers list as well. There's the hawfinch that we have from Alison, which is a brilliant answer. The piefinch, which is a sort of a regional word for chaffinch. Actually, that would have been pointless. The rosefinch, that was pointless. Scrinch, that's a pointless answer, means to sit closely or squeeze together. Skinch, to restrict the supply of something. Swinch, to toil or labour. To pinch, which literally means to pinch. It comes from Shakespeare's Merry Wives of Windsor. Unclench, different way of saying unclench. And rinch, which also it's a variant spelling of rinse. Let's take a look at the ones that the most of our 100 people said. Winch, actually the third biggest of all, but saw you through to the next round, so good answer, 44. Finch itself would have scored you 64. And right at the top, pinch on 82.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Kat and Gemma. Oh, dear, at 53. Not a bad score at all, and yet here it is, the high score at the end of the round. And you were through to the head-to-head in the last show, and very nearly through to the final.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some, you know, but taking part, I suppose, is... Well, actually, no. We wanted to win.
No, it's bitterly disappointing, but disappointing for us. We have to say goodbye to you. A great shame. You've been fantastic contestants. Thank you so much. Thank you.